that was a good investment. Here's the deal. We got any Jace fans here? Jace, Jace, people say, Willie, why are you the CEO? Why is it not Jace? And why? I said, well, I went to school and I could sell stuff. And, Jace went to school too. He went to college. He took 2 classes. First aid and golf. And he failed both of them. Here's what happened. See, August and September, it was going great. And then October hit. What is that? Hunting season. He never showed back up. Kind of like work. I want you guys to say hello to my wife, Corey. Corey, come on out. Corey and I have been married for over 21 years. So we got married real young, and I told Corey's dad asked me, he said, because he didn't have quite the vision that I had when I was asking her to marry me at 19, 18.
I was 17.
So he said, well, where do you plan on living? I said, I reckon I'll pull a trailer up on the back of Phil's property. Now, all you young guys out there, that is not the answer that your future father-in-law is probably looking for. But hey, I hired him about 3 years ago. He's a great worker, so.
It's true. We were 18 and 19 when we got married, and so I've been a Robertson longer than I was a Howard, which was my maiden name. But still, I can see, that this family's not normal. And so I have to take a little bit of credit for the whole reality show thing because I became a fan of reality TV, and I said, I think our family could do this. I said, y'all aren't normal. And they didn't get it, Phil was like, why would anybody want to watch us? And I was like, I don't know, But eventually I guess I convinced them, and we're all, what you see right now, the Dynasty on TV. It worked out pretty well. People ask me all the time, like, is everybody like they are on TV? Is that how they really are? Does Kay really cook as good as she does? And absolutely, she does. Does Phil really talk to the grandkids about the birds and the bees by describing crawfish and things like that? Yes, that's really true. I'll tell you, the first time I ever met Phil, I went down to their house. I was in 5th grade. Willie and I had met at a little Christian camp. And when I was in 3rd grade, and he was the cutest thing I'd ever seen. He's got these big old dimples that you can't see now, but trust me, they're there and they're really cute. So 3rd grade, he asked me on the moonlight hike, which was like our big deal at camp, who you're going to go with on the moonlight hike. And I said yes, and I was just in love. Well, I didn't see him again for a couple more years because he lived down on the river and I lived in the city, which is like 20 minutes away from each other. But he was in 30, okay. So 5th grade, a friend of mine was going down to their house and asked me to go with them because her dad was friends with Phil. So I walk in the door and I was nervous because I have a little crush on Willie still. I hadn't seen him in a couple of years. I'm 5th grade, and I walk in the door and Phil comes up looking just like he looks now. He's a little intimidating. And he says, have you met my boys, Willie, Jess, and Jason Silas? I was like, yes, sir. And he says, they'll make good husbands someday. I was like, I'm in 5th grade, but okay. And he says, they're good hunters and fishermen. They'll make good providers. I was like, yes, sir. So I think Phil saw a little something then, and just wasn't that many years later that Willie and I started dating, and the rest is history.
So 3rd grade, she was after me ever since, and we got a special prize for you today. The number one question I get wherever I go is, where's Si? I'm happy to say, Si is in the house.
Good grief. Settle down, Kentucky. Y'all doing all right? Me too. Thank you very much.
We're going to do a Q&A, I believe, but I just wanted to say that we're thankful for you guys. The second question I get is Si really like that? Do you think you could fake that for that long? Si was almost not on the show when they came down and they said, man, you guys got a big show, and it was going to be about the couples, and I told them about Si, and I looked on the list and Si wasn't there, and I called him up, I said, guys, y'all really need to reconsider looking at Uncle Si. I mean, the man's not, he ain't all there, and I think they said, well, we may use him from time to time. Then they met him. And 30 minutes ain't enough. Si's a godly man, and we talked about our family today, and we talked about ducks and kind of how we got here. But don't miss out on our faith that is top of our list. And you know, the Bible talks about whenever John the Baptist came along and he had all these skins on him and came out of the desert and screaming and looked weird and ate weird stuff. And they pointed everybody in that time to Jesus. And we feel like we have a lot of similarities with John the Baptist. We look a little strange. We eat weird stuff like squirrel brains. Maybe not so weird up here where I'm at today, but we just want to point people to the Lord. God's been good to us, and we give Him all the glory for everything that we have. And if we can show people Him, we think that He prepared that. You know, you read about John the Baptist in Isaiah, and then all the way you get to the New Testament. That's a long time, and so I think God takes His time in planning stuff, and I think He planned this for us with our family that had a unique perspective on life, and put us in the position, and we were proactive in doing the show, and it's a lot of work and it's a lot of fun too. We're actually together all the time, and but we're thankful for the show. We're thankful for the opportunity that the Lord's given us, and again, we just want to point you guys to Him, and anything you see attractive in us comes from Him. And don't ever worship us, just worship the one that we worship, and we're thankful.